Our rhinos are in here and they're still separate. So I think it's probably time that we join the habitats and we put them together. So what I'm going to do for this, obviously in real life, this section would be, they just open this door that we have here. They'd open the door and they'd use the whole habitat, but they're not able to do that because of the boundaries that we've set in with our barriers. So there's a barrier separating this. This is 2 habitats as far as they're aware. And in fact, we never named them. Hold on. So it's black rhino female and then black rhino male over here. Black rhino male. That'll help differentiate. Okay, cool. Oh, and he's playing in the mud. Oh my goodness. Look at him go. What a view you'd get. Literally no one is on this side of the zoo, and I have no idea why. I would be over here. Everyone is obsessed with this section right here. They're like the cross section between the 3 animals, which, to be fair, I can kind of get. We've got the tapirs having a swim, the otters running around them, got the bush dogs over here probably having a swim, and then the tortoises and the gazelle like right next to each other in here. So, to be fair, I think they're doing it right. I think I was wrong. I would probably be over there. And I've just seen bins overflowing. So I think I'm going to hire another janitor. And then, so caretaker hired. Then I am actually going to get back to this. Right, so let's move our male into the female habitat. And they can start breeding. Can't believe we're actually breeding them. This is cool. It's going to need one of our staff to come get them though. So keeper's been requested, yeah. But we'll see when they arrive. Looks like the caretaker's gonna come get them. Maybe it's the new one. I didn't actually check. Oh, there we go. Collect it up. Tiny little box for a rhino. And then they're just gonna run it to the other habitat. And the mechanic's gonna come in and do some maintenance while the rhino's not in here, which sounds like a good idea. Probably the best time for habitat maintenance when there's not a rhino in there. And here they are. Look at our staff area as well. I think it's really cool with the little canopies. I would like to be in there, to work there. And here's the rhino. These guys need renaming as well, so please do suggest names for them in the comments. I'm going to rename all of the animals that we haven't renamed. I'm going to rename them all in the next video. So please do suggest names for any and all animals in the zoo, and I'll rename them in the next video. And look, have they seen each other? The male's in here. Female's going to come trotting over, I think. Or she's just going to blank him. He's lying down. But he's not being aggressive, so that's a good sign. I think she's giving him the cold shoulder. Playing a bit hard to get over here. Yep, he's not interested. Look at him. Okay, he's not interested. And neither is she. Maybe their love will grow. Perhaps it will grow over time. Good news is they have enough space for them, so that's perfect. They can happily live in here together until she gets pregnant, and then we can move her into the other habitat so he's not around the baby. Oh, we've also had a bush dog baby. Oh my goodness. They've just had a baby in the den. Let's have a look. Oh my, they're crawling straight out. That's crazy. We've expanded the family. Vera, the little baby. Oh my goodness, look at you. Welcome to the world, little one. Oh, they're adorable. Oh, is this your dad? Tango's coming over to have a look. Come say hi. Oh, and she's blanked him as well. A lot of ignoring going on in here. There we go. Eat some meat. This doesn't look good. Is it good meat or is it... it's because it's got mealworms and eggs in it as well. I was going to say, it doesn't look like nice meat, but it's meat and worms and eggs. So... I bet that smells great. We've also developed a huge portion of land here that hasn't had any offsetting for the environment. And there is an enormous section over here. And I think the best way to kind of give back to the habitat here is to say this area is at least the size of this. So I'm going to say it's probably bigger. If we say that all the area that we've developed on this side that we haven't offset, we're going to build a massive wetlands area over here, which also creates a new habitat for the local fauna and flora that they haven't got. So this would be massive for the area because we keep making like woodlands over here, But this is a whole different type. We're going to get different birds, different insects, everything. So I'm quite excited about this. And we've had an inspector's report that I missed. Okay, I've just missed the report. Doesn't matter. We're all good. Oh, I can view it here. We didn't get anything for the black rhino male, probably because they were missing. But that's fine. We got 4 stars overall. We're doing a lot better. And you've attracted protesters. Oh, you stressed. Okay, well, that's not good. They should be going back, yeah. I think you spent too much time in view. There's a lot of people over here, though, so if they need more private zones, we will put them in. I'm going to see how they go. It's the first time anyone's had a problem so far, and they are okay now, so hopefully that doesn't persist. Hopefully these two are interested in each other as well at some point. They are getting closer. That's a good thing. Good sign. Look at them walking past each other. A little sniff. Okay. Bonding. I can see they're bonding. In fact, I think she's following him around the habitat. So that's a great sign. Oh, cool. I hope these guys do breed soon. We could really do with a baby for the species, if nothing else. But also, it'd be so cute to have a little baby in here. Right, let's do the wetlands, though. Before I forget, we're going to move on. These are the temperate plants that are found in North America that are in the game. And of this list, this is the subset of plants that are found in the Everglades, which I'm choosing to be the location that we're replicating for this wetlands here. Firstly, I wanted to create a few little islands in the middle of the lake to kind of break up the space because it is a huge expanse of water, and I couldn't decide what height I wanted them to be at because I wanted them to be similar to the water level but slightly higher and somewhat in keeping with the land on either side, so it looks as if the area is flooded. Then I went through all of the plants that we are able to put in this area, and I put all of them in because I figured we're going for maximum biodiversity with this, so let's put in every single plant that we can and also create some nice rock features around the different islands to kind of add a bit more interest. And with the reeds, I wanted these to kind of block out a lot of the entrances to the water, but still leave some free, but create an overgrown, unkept look, because that's what we're going for with this. It's just been left to nature to do whatever they want to do. So the reeds are kind of growing wild in places. And then the same with the water lilies. I wanted these to just go crazy. They can have massive areas where it's full of water lilies, and then other calmer regions where they haven't quite reached yet. So we get a bit, a balance for all of the animals that want to live here. And then it was just a case of throw as many of these trees and as many of these low-level shrubs and flowers in as I could to really kind of build up the density, because my goal here is create as much density as we can, make it look overgrown. It's got to look like completely natural if we can, and have little areas where it's just grass, but then I want the diversity in the vegetation we're providing, because that's going to be huge for the different birds and insects. That, like, some birds might roost in some of the trees but not the others, and the same with the insects. They might want some of the flowers and not the other plants, and there should hopefully be a home for loads of different species here. Okay, I think I'm done. That is a huge biodiversity project. Look at that. This is our wetlands. Look how much land we've given back to the environment here. This is kind of crazy. I don't think we've ever done one this big before, so I'm glad we have now, because it feels like we had a little while there where we hadn't given back to the environment, and this is like a perfect way to do that. And it's all new trees, it's new plants, new wildlife that can find their home here. I mean, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm super happy with this. Let's get back to our more zoo side and check out how our animals are doing. Are these guys friends yet? She's not pregnant, but they are together. We've got our vets researching them, so if the vet does more research, they'll get better, like, boosts to the breeding. Oh no, I've just remembered, we've finished the breeding, haven't we? Yeah, we finished the research, and we've just finished the Dama Gazelle as well. So we're completely maxed out on research. Our vet is on top of everything. That's great. That also cost us loads of money, so I do want to have a look in our exhibit trading at who we have. I believe this will be the easiest way to look at our Goliath frogs. And you guys were saying the number is appeal and the rating is like the conservation status, like how good they are for that, like the badge is for conservation. So I'm going to double check our frogs and see where we're at with them, because I think we may have optimized them for the wrong thing. So let's have a look. If we go to management, priority, I believe this will be, if we do conservation credits, I'm assuming it will sort them by their, what's it called? Their, like this, the conservation status ones. So the best conservation ones end up being bred. I don't know whether we want this or whether we want anything else, but genetically, we're going for best genes, aren't we? Which I believe is the conservation one. Appeal here, yeah, fertility gene. This is a 1% fertility, which is awful. So I think we've gotten rid of the wrong one here. What I'm going to do is, this one is much better. I'm going to take out this male. I'm going to do it by conservation. So we're going to sort by conservation. Lowest first. In fact, let's check what the lowest first means. So this female here is appeal 1,500. What is the appeal of the female in here? Appeal 1,500 as well. Okay. What about the others? Are they higher or lower? 1,500. Oh, they're all 1,500. So we're going to have to look at a different species of frog in order to determine that. So the golden poison frogs. Let's grab this female. You are 1149. What are the females in here looking like? 1125, 1125. So yes, 1149 has stayed in and 1125 has gone. 1149 is there as well. I believe that means that all of the females in here should be 1149. And there's a 1125 there. So it makes literally no sense to me. Am I doing this in a crazy way? Like, am I missing something obvious? It feels like I'm trying very hard to understand, like, what they're actually using to decide how to get rid of them. 1125 as well. I think if all the females in here are 1125, that must mean... No, that one's 1149. It's so hard to know. It's so hard to know what to do with them. We don't need the money right now, but it would be good to sell them if you guys actually know what's going on. That would be great, because then we can do that. If you guys let me know how I should set this up, I will change it in the next video, and then we can have them set up so that they're keeping, I think, the best ones for the environment. So I guess we should probably sort them by conservation credits, like, or the conservation status appeal here, not the actual, like, zoo appeal, but the badges, because we want gold animals being bred, don't we? Hopefully they'll breed soon as well. I think they take a little while to breed, so I'm not going to put too much pressure on them, but I would like them to breed if possible. And our zoo also, I think, needs more toilets. I don't think our guests are actually super happy with toilets. Oh, no, they are. They're not happy with thirst or energy. Oh, energy is probably because I don't think we've put any benches down in the entire zoo. So I'm going to go through now and add benches throughout the zoo, because these guys need a place to sit down. And for that, I'm going to use the Africa benches. Oh, we have an option here. There are these benches as well. That are different colors. How many colors are there? Probably just the 2. Yeah, it looks like the 2. I mean, you can change them to whatever we want. Could have them be green if we want. Maybe we should. In fact, we don't really need the Africa benches. We've just been doing so much in the Africa section. Is there like a conservation bench? Oh, there is, but it's a little dull. I quite like the Africa bench, but green, to be honest. That looks like a conservation bench to me. Yeah, I feel like that might be my favorite, and it's all made of wood. I think if we find a green that I like here, we can go from there. And if this were white, I think it's a bit limey. I mean, the dark green's not bad, is it? I think that could work. Yeah, we're going to go with this. We're going to delete these benches here and go for these green benches all along. Okay, I feel like that's good. We've got lots of benches in here now, so hopefully the energy will go up for the guests, because it gives them places to sit down. The other thing you can do is you can give them like coffee and energy drinks, which we could also do. Where are our guest needs, I guess? Guest needs here. They have got plenty of stuff in here. Like, there are plenty of shops there which sell things that they need, including drinks. Is this just the mementos, the busiest one as well? Like, they're going for souvenirs over drinks. So there's a drink shop there, there's a drink shop over here. There should probably be one over here, and that might actually help with things. But to do that, we should probably build in another food court on this side, near the staff area. So I think we might do that. And in fact, we could just copy the same building we have over here. I think I'm going to, just because it's still in this Africa zone. And I quite like that it gives like a little centerpiece over here. So I'm going to align to this grid if we can move off of here. And this time we're going to build slightly differently, actually. We're going to do it as a square, as we did at the start. So I think we might need bigger paths. I can't remember. I think it's okay, actually. We'll use this whole space here. And what we're going to do is delete the central square. Yeah, this is fine here. Something like that would be good. So we have an entrance here, and then it's a little eating area on either side, and we can put a nice tree in the middle. And for that, this oak tree would be good, actually. But I think let's go for another big beech tree. Seeing as that oak tree's already there, we're not going to disturb it. We're going to leave it as it is. And then this, I think we'll select literally everything except the shops. And then duplicate it. There we go. We've just got the shell. Oh, we've got another star from over here. That's the only thing we didn't need from that. So let's do that again. I'm going to deselect the 4 shops and the staff room, and then duplicate that. And now we can put this in here. Maybe we have 5 shops on this one, or we reduce the length. Could center the building a bit better if we put it here. I think we're going to do this and then just edit the building to take out all of this stuff, because we don't need it to be this long. And then we need to decide what we want in here. So if we choose guest facilities, take off the blueprints, let actually remind myself of what we've even got. So facilities wise, we have gulpy soda, milkshakes, and water. So let's get another couple of drinks, because that's what the guests are really wanting. I'm wondering whether we get another water, just because it is so like fundamental. We'll get a water in here, and then we'll add another fun drink on as well. Maybe we do a water and a coffee, because I believe that gives them energy as well. Where is it? Because they are going to want energy as well, aren't they? That was the other thing they were kind of lacking. Street Fox coffee. Right, so drinks over there. And then food-wise, we've got Bernie's Bakes and Chief Beef. So let's grab the next one that comes up. Hot Dog Squad. Let's get that one. Food there, and then the final one we've already got. We haven't had the hats, have we? We've got just Memento and we've got Looney Balloons, but we haven't got hats. And now we can see our guests wearing hats, which I'm very looking forward to. And that's already in here. That was easy. Right, let's put in some benches for this and some bins, because they are going to litter everywhere if we don't. I'm going to put a couple of bins in there, and then a couple of bins on the sides. And then I want some normal benches just to sit at, to rest in the middle. And then some eating benches properly on the side. And again, I think we're going to use the Africa picnic benches. And one of you told me in the comments, if you go on position snap, you can put the umbrellas in super easy. So if you put the bench down, and then you want to put the canopy on there, you have to like try and guess it if you can or not. If you just click position snap, it just goes in. And you can rotate it, but it stays in position. Super easy. Is exactly what you want. There we go. I think that looks good. I just decided I kind of actually wanted fewer, like more space between and fewer of them. Don't know why this bench is floating here either. There we go. Fix that. Just to give them a bit more space for those that are less able, they can sit down a bit easier, because it seemed a little bit cramped for me and I wasn't sure how you get through, how all people would be able to get through. And then power-wise, oh, that is close. Okay. That's just a little annoying. I think that's just going to have to be a shuffle this building over, isn't it? There's no way around that. I'm going to have to grab this whole building here and then move it. So perhaps it should just be on this side. And we'll remove the seating that's here as well. Probably best that we take a few rows out. In fact, it's better that we shuffle it back as well. Because We want a bit of queuing going on, don't we? So that is probably okay. And then we can add in the little paths that we need in here. Why are you all the way back there? There you go. You go there and you go there. Perfect. Now everyone's queuing properly. That's actually reasonably okay, I think, having the 4 of them here. I don't think we need to clear them out. And everything's all right in this one, isn't it? Just, I didn't move them. No, cool. Slightly worried because they were in the same group. No, it's fine. Everything's in here. We've got our little tree in the middle as well. In fact, I'm going to make this long grass too if it's not already. Because that looks much better in there. And we can put some more benches in here. Maybe have a couple of benches there with the bins. And that looks pretty good to me. We're going to need to add this into a work zone though. So let's go work zone, new work zone. These 4, I'm going to give them the staff room on this side. Where is that? This building. And the staff room over here as well. And they can choose which one. And this one's going to be called the Black Rhino Shops. And it's going to have all of our new people. So anyone that's assigned to a place, like a specific shop, is just going to get put on the Black Rhino Shops. And I believe we should get another vendor, like we did the other ones, and have 5 vendors, and we'll just assign them to this as well. And train all of the vendors up. Because I'm sure they could do with it. Same old, train up the caretakers. I'll train up our mechanic as well. And the keepers, crucially. Keepers say that they're pretty happy, though. They don't seem overwhelmed, which is what we want. And good news is we're still making loads of money. So our zoo is making a ton of money. How do our guests feel? The ticket price is good. Okay, we can leave it there. And it's very spacious. They like the drinks. Oh, we don't have protesters, I don't think. That must have been a specific event. And hopefully our thirst is going to get better. The other thing we're not doing so amazingly on is education. And education is actually one of the most important things for a breeding zoo, because we need to teach people about the animals that are endangered, what they can do to help, and get them to donate so we can help the species as a whole, not just the species in this zoo. I imagine that our zoo will give to other zoos, you know, that are trying to breed the animals, as well as funding programs in the animals' countries that can locally help the population. So I feel like we need to do much better on the education front. And the major thing we're missing on education is talks. If we get a little animal talk point out, we need to be placing these in our zoos and doing talks with our animals. So let's set up a couple of talks now. I think this spot here is a great one for the rhinos because they've got the mud bath right there as well. There's no species that can be assigned to this one because we've taken the rhino out, but I'm gonna color up this stand so it's the same colors we want to use across everything. And in fact, actually, I might just leave it on all the white because it's wood already. It looks pretty good. In that case, I'm gonna leave that one there, but we know we will do talks on them. Oh, we're about to have a baby Dama Gazelle. We're gonna pause the education stuff because we're about to have a baby Dama Gazelle. This is much more important. This is our first baby gazelles. Oh, you poor thing. Yeah, it must be uncomfortable. She's getting up though, which should mean if she sits down now, I think we're going to have at least one baby gazelle. Have a little wander around, you know, you can't rush these things. There we go. I think this is it. They're lying down. Oh, there's the baby. Oh my goodness. Look at their face. They are adorable. Look at you. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, we got a baby Dama Gazelle. And we're helping the species out. Isn't that awesome? Oh, that's amazing. Wow. What a cute little baby. Okay, now to sort out these education points, we've got, if we click on them, you can see we can link it to the Black Rhinoceros, and they can throw food from here, which is perfect. So this is a good spot for them. I'm going to start this talk in January and then leave a month between all of the talks that we're going around, or however much seems right for the space. So if we put a talk over here, we can then have this one be on probably the Dama Gazelle over here. And this talk could be in March. Then we can have another talk on this side. Seems right for the tortoise, doesn't it? Like, they're always over here. And this one can be in May. Then let's have a talk over here for the Malayan tapir. And that's going to be in July. And then another talk for the otters. I don't know if we can throw food from here. Yeah, the water obstructs the food. Well, we could just put them next to each other, and this could be the otter, which we'll do in September. And then finally, we'll have a little bush dog talk, probably about here. And this can be in November, which means perfectly, like, it's lined up perfectly. We have all of our animals getting talks, and... Oh, we forgot about these guys. Oh, no, we'll do talks for these guys because they can bring them out as well. I forgot about that. So what we'll do instead is I'll start this way. We'll have this one be January. And then I think this is a good spot, really, to do a talk on the frogs. I'm trying to think where's a good idea. Maybe actually out here. And they can use this space to teach people about the golden poison frog. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it in... I'm going to put it here. We'll have the golden poison frog. It's too dangerous for them to handle. In that case, we're going to want to be closer. I think just given the layout of everything, it's probably better to have these talks inside. And we can have the golden poison frog one here. So that can't be in January. That one's going to have to be in March. It's too dangerous to handle, which is fair enough. And we'll have another one for the Lehman's poison frog here. And that one can be in May. And they can handle that one, so that's good. And then we've got the Goliath frog as well. That could probably go here, their talk. So this is going to be linked to the Goliath frog. And we'll have this one in July. That's probably good for this little section. They've got 4 talks going on down here. For now, anyway. Or maybe we'll give them this area as well. And we'll do it as like section 1. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So this goes up to July. Now, I'm going to duplicate that and put the other ones in here. We're going to move. So if that's July, this can still be September. And the tapir is going to be November. And then we go back to January. That should be good. I don't think that's too much work. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hire someone to actually do this. We're going to need an educator. Let's hire an educator. Look at you. Who's our educator? Radek Birch. There we go. He's going to an animal talk now. And in fact, we're actually going to hire 2 because we've got 2 sets of talks that we want to do. And then all of these are going to be on a different schedule. So this one is going to start in January. And then it's going to be February, March, April. This one is going to be May instead. And we've just like swapped it round. And then if they're here, they'll do June and then July. But we'll leave this one while there's no one in here. We'll leave this. But we'll leave that slot free so that when the rhinos are separate, we can put them in there. Oh my goodness, are they mating as well? Are you mating? No, you're just... getting friendly. At least they're socializing though. That's huge. They're actually getting on. Look at them. I feel like a baby is on the way. Just shoves that tire out the way. Yeah, they're getting friendly. That's very good. Okay. You're just going to follow each other around. I don't want to leave them in case they suddenly do it when I'm not looking. But look, they're socializing. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. Oh. Oh my god, they did it! She's expecting an offspring! Yes! We're gonna have a black rhino baby. Yes! Wow, I feel like this breeding program has been successful. In that case, let's leave them together because I think they're happy together, aren't they? Until she gives birth. I'll let you guys let me know in the comments whether you think he should now be moved back on his own or whether he's going to be like helpful or harmful when she's pregnant, because she can't get pregnant again, and I don't know whether she'd rather just be on her own now or if she'd rather have him around for company. But they're quite solitary animals, so I'm kind of feeling like he should probably go back now, because he's going to want to keep mating, and she's probably less bothered now. I'm going to make the decision. I'm going to move him back into his own habitat. He's going to be moved back here. Breeding program successful. And then we can set up this education as well to deal with him. So black rhinoceros. And this is going to be assigned, I can't remember what it was. Is it July? I think this one is May. Is this one May? Yes. So then it'd be June and then July. Yeah, perfect. So they will be moved very shortly. And we've got a successful breeding on the black rhinoceros. That's amazing. Right. Well, on the theme of them being educated, I think given we've got some extra space here, let's put in a little talk seating area for these guys. And we're going to do that with this seating just here. I'm not going to do anything too fancy with it. I'm just going to recolor it so it's not all grey. I think probably, if we're saying it's made of wood, that would be better, wouldn't it? So we're going to have it be like a painted colour. How does that look? Not bad, actually. Yeah, if we paint it green, that's not so bad. And then we'll have this here as well. And we can add the railings on now. So if we select education, we can filter this by education further, I think. Yeah, education. And then we've got the railings going down like that. I don't know if these can be edited. They can. Cool. Can we make them brown? I'm going to copy the wood color from this area and then apply it to this. That's what we would like. Cool. And then we'd also like the railing on the back. So let's select that and do the same thing with the color. And then we will copy that over. And have another one in here. That seems good. Got some railing up. And now we just need to connect them up feasibly. I think these already work. Like guests can go through them. But it's a bit weird when we've got this stuff here. So I'm going to maybe just... I feel like maybe we should just make a little area. There we go. I think that works reasonably well. It's just annoying how the pathing doesn't interact. I don't know why it doesn't join up. Like, surely it would connect for guests to know. But anyway, let's link this up. So if we select this, we can link seating. Select both of them and confirm the link. Now guests will sit here to watch talk, which takes them off the path, which is also what we want. And in May, which isn't soon, a talk will commence. Who is October? If I hit play... What talk was taking place in October? Oh, someone's lost their balloon. Oh, no. I think it may have been one of these. Who had October? May. Oh, September. Oh, I think it was September. Oh, here. September and November. Yeah, it's November now. So they're doing a talk on the taper. How cool is that? Oh, I love it. And this is going to help our education massively. Also, when the educators aren't doing talks, if we just hire more of them and split the workload around, they will, which we haven't even done actually. We haven't set up work zones, but I think it's fine right now because there's not that much to do. We can let them go between and see who wants to do what. But we should probably set up formal work zones at some point because, yeah, they've got a high workload right now. If you have educators that aren't doing anything, I believe they just walk around and educate your guests anyway. So it's worth having them. Let's train up our caretakers, and then we'll also train up our vendors. Because they're going to be earning us a lot of money. How are our guests feeling now? Pretty good. Education is already going up, which is good. Okay, I feel like we're getting there. I actually do feel like we're getting there. Oh, we haven't looked at crime as well. Nothing to replace. Our single security guard is doing a great job. And crucially, our male black rhino is back in his paddock. Look at him enjoying himself. And we have a pregnant female. What a time. Plus, we've done something amazing for the environment with this wetland zone here. So I think that's probably enough for this video. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a like. It really helps the channel out. And I'll see you in the next one.